Aloha friends. I am going to share with you my quick go-to series practice when I have back stuff going on. So anywhere from my lower to middle to upper back. Remember, it's all connected, and so we want to address the whole thing. Even when the neck is tight, I usually start with the hips, and usually when the hips are tight, the neck will also be tight. When the neck is tight, it'll translate down. So we're going to do the whole thing. So let's begin. By the way, before we go on, this is one of my favorite go-to books, Yoga for Happy Back by Rachel Krensman. She was a friend, buddy, colleague, yoga teacher, sister of mine in San Diego back in the day when I lived, taught, and explored down there. So get that book if you want your own reference for your own body. If you're a yoga teacher and you have a lot of students or clients with back stuff, probably most of them, this is an incredible book. You can actually and she has an incredible teaching. Not getting paid, just love the book, love her. So go check it out. All right, so this is how we get started, and I'm in a new setup, so you can't reach my arms overhead, but if I do, I'll let you know. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do joint opening. So we're gonna start by just allowing your toes to curl under. I'm just letting gravity put the weight. I'm not pressing into the foot, and you're just gonna do a few circles in one direction. This will start to get the toes, the ankle, and the knee, and then the other direction. Keep in mind, the reason why we're starting at our feet, all of these channels of the back side of the body, from the inner eye all the way up, down and around, down the back of the legs, and up the toes, especially the pinky and ring is that fourth toe? We'll call it fourth toe, other side. So we start with the feet. Oftentimes when we have back, so lower back, upper back, we also have tension in the hamstring, calf, and or bottom of the feet. So we're just gonna touch into all of it. Obviously, this is not a quick fix, but it always makes my back feel better somehow. Okay, so we got the toes. Now we're gonna go to knees. So bend the knees gently, hands resting here. We're not putting our weight on, and we're just gonna begin to make circles with the knees, okay? Depending on your mobility. For some people, this actually takes some balance. And so if that's the case, you might bring a little space between the feet so that you have a little more foundation, but otherwise we're just making circles in one direction and then the other. So yes, I do lead a longer practice, a 60-minute practice for the back based off of adapted, inspired by Rachel's work, Yoga for Happy Back. If you're interested, let me know. I also work one-on-one. Okay, so we got knees. Now we're gonna go to hips. So I want you to take a hip width stance, or I'm sorry, wider than hip width, your feet. Have your toes pointing forward. They can be slightly turned out. I just want it to be comfortable. And we're gonna start doing hip circles here. So notice my upper body is still. I'm not doing these circles. That's for the lower back. We're trying to keep the upper body from waist still, and you're moving the lower body in circles. Now, I'll let you know I've been doing this my whole life. I'm a hula dancer from the time I was 4. So my hip mobility is used to making these circles. If this is your first time doing these circles, your stance might not be as wide. You might be more here, and your circles might be really small, okay? You're gonna have to feel into this in a way that allows you, imagine you have an elliptical around your hips, right at this level, right at where the shirt and the pants meet, and you're trying to touch all points of that hula hoop or that elliptical shape. And now go the other direction. We're just getting in this way, when the upper body is still and the lower body is moving this way, we're actually in the hip socket itself, not the lower back so much. We're in the hip socket. That hip socket is designed to move in circumduction or in a circular motion, but we often don't do that in our lives. So this helps to free it up. Working from the feet to the hips also then begins to create more heat in the body and begin to open up the channels of the back that lead up to the neck. Okay, so you've gone both directions, and now we'll come up to this area. Hands can be on the shoulders. We're just going to make gentle circles with the elbows in one direction. Moving slow and mindfully. What does mindfully mean? Your attention is at the area you're moving. So right now your attention is at your shoulders. We never move through pain. So if there's sharp shooting, nervy, sharp pain, we don't want to do that. Now, if you're just feeling a stretch or like you're using new muscles, we can work with that, and we work with the breath. All right, so now we're going to move into standing cat and cow. If you know a floor version, you can move into that, but we're just going to bend our knees. We are going to place some weight on our thighs here, not all of it. We want to arch our chest forward, draw the shoulders, elbows back, gently lift the gaze, and then exhale. You're going to tuck the tailbone round the back, chin to heart. And so inhale if we can, lift the heart, shoulders away from the ears, draw the shoulders, elbows down and back. And exhale, round. So breathing in and out through the nose if we can. If that's too challenging, inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. If you start to feel lightheaded, please stop this motion. Come back to standing. What's important is that we're not holding our breath. We're finding a rhythm with our movement and our breath. Let's do 3 more, wherever you are. And if you want to do the floor version when you're on hands and knees, I have a tutorial for that on YouTube. I'll link it to this. Okay, and then we're going to inhale, reach up. And now we're going to add a gentle forward fold, but you're going to bend the knees deeply so that you can come forward. Let the back of the neck be long. You're resting your abdomen on your thighs. And then we're going to inhale back into our cow, our arch back, our back extension. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep that drawn in. Come up, reach up. Exhale into your forward fold with deeply bent knees. Let the back of the neck be long here, okay? Maybe even reach up and massage. Do 1 more round of cat and cow. When you round, keep your legs strong. Come all the way up. Reach up for the sky. And exhale, release. And now just begin to shake. So let your hands be really loose here. You're not trying to hold on to them. It's like the ends of a puppet, or puppet on strings. You're just a puppet on strings, and someone above you is just kind of bouncing their hand, and you're just bobble head, bobble arms, bobble legs. Okay, if this bouncing causes any pain, please stop, okay, and just reach out, and then exhale. Inhale, reach out. Tighten all the muscles, and then exhale and try to soften. Okay, so there's a contraction as you lift with your breath in, and then exhale, soften. Okay, you can do that, or we're just getting blood moving through the whole body now. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to stretch the quads. You might hold on to a table, a chair. Draw one leg up. What's important here is that the knee stays underneath your hip, that we're not way out here flared, because then that'll put more tension in your lower back. So just bend the knee, foot to glute. Breathe into keep mindful. So put your attention into the quadricep that you're stretching. Right, you can do this lying down as well. I'll show you. We're headed towards the floor anyway, so sometimes I'll just do it on the floor like this. So I'm holding everything that we do for 5 to 10 breaths, depending on how much time you have. So the other quadricep. Okay, so you could be standing or bend. But notice this knee is not flared out again. Knee in alignment with the hip here. And again, if this hurt lying on your side, you can come all the way down. Find your breath all the way into your right quadricep, or the quadricep you're stretching. And gently release. So now we're gonna, if you're standing, we're gonna come down to a low lunge. We'll start with the left foot forward. So in this low lunge, knee over ankle, and then we're gonna draw the knee back. So some people are, you can draw your leg further back, others it's, this back knee is gonna be closer to underneath your pelvis, but we're in a low lunge here. And if you can't reach the floor, you can hold on to the side, hold on to a chair. If you have blocks or big Tupperware containers, you could place them here. You could even place your hands on your thigh. This is a little balance though. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna squeeze the glutes really tight, lift the chest away from your bottom, breathe, shoulders away from the ears. So you're still squeezing the glute muscle here of the back leg. And now we're going to slowly release the glute muscle so it softens. See if you can sink your hips towards the floor a little. Again, you're still holding onto a chair, a wall, blocks, or the floor. And now we're just going to go forward and back. Inhale forward. Exhale as you come back, the toes can stay down or begin to lift towards the sky. And we're just going to do this for a few breaths. Inhale forward. Exhale back. As you come back, press your heel into the floor so you feel a little stretch on this, the back of this leg. Let's do 2 more on this side and then we'll do the other side. Once you get used to it, this series picks up, and it's, you can do it in 10 minutes, but I figured it'd probably take me 20 minutes. So other leg is going to come forward into your lunge. And again, this leg might be different than the other, this forward knee over ankle, and then this back leg can go back as far as comfortable as for you. But we need to be able to find support. If we're really off balance, that doesn't support us or our back that we're working with. So we want to feel nice and grounded, okay? Squeeze your left glute bottom, make it really tight. Keep squeezing it, and now lift your chest away, like feel a lift in your chest. Draw the shoulders back as if you're trying to sit as tall of good posture as you can. Keep breathing and squeezing your left glute. Soften the face, soften the jaw. Oh, we don't need to give ourselves more wrinkles. Okay, now we're going to slowly begin to release your left glute. Bring your hands to a block, a chair, a wall, the floor, and soften the hips down. And now we're going to go forward and back with our breath in this forward leg. So inhale to bend this forward knee. Exhale as you begin to straighten. And it may not straighten all the way, right? I practice. I'm quite open in terms of flexibility. I've been practicing for almost 2 decades now. Next month will be 2 decades when I started. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. We'll do 1 more. Okay, so now that we're towards the floor, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna face this way so you can mirror me, but essentially all we're gonna do is we're gonna be either just supporting ourselves on our hands or lying on our back. Okay, I don't know if I can do this here with this new setup. Oh goodness. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring your right foot on top of the left thigh, keep your toes pointed, and then we're just gonna straighten this left leg, allow the right hip to open. Okay, if this is too much, or maybe your leg looks like that, that's okay. Another option would to bring the foot to the inside of the thigh and open it out. Okay, and you're not pushing it, you're just letting gravity do the work here. So 5 breaths, we'll just take 2 more because I've been talking for a while. To release, you're going to inhale the knee back to center and then draw the feet back towards the floor, other side. So cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh and then straighten the right leg. Just allow gravity to draw the left knee open. So holding 5 to 10 breaths on each side. Slow, deep breaths. We're not racing our breathing here. Slow, deep breaths. breathing into that area where you feel it. To release, we'll inhale the knee back to center and then bring both feet to the floor. Now we're going to do this internal rotation of our legs. So you're going to take the right foot, heel toe over to the side, and then just allow the knee to fold inward. We want to see the knee in alignment with your hip. Okay, we don't want it too far in this way, and we don't want it too far out on the outside of our body. So just align the knee with the bony part of your hip, about shoulder width. And then we're going to hold here and breathe. An option would be to take the opposite ankle and place it on top of the thigh. And again, let gravity do the work here as your legs float towards the floor. If that sensation is too much, then you're going to release, come back to where we started. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Slow breath in, nice releasing breath out. As you exhale, you can feel softening through the muscles. Inhale, lengthen and soften through muscles or sensations. Try to soften the face. As you exhale, let any tension or sensations just leave with the breath. I know this one can be strong for some people, the sensations here. So I know for me, even when I'm practicing a lot, it still can be strong. So to release, if your ankles crossed, we're going to release, put the foot on the floor. Again, like we did before, slowly, draw the knee up towards the ceiling. So you're on your foot, and then toe heel it back to center. Other side. So left foot, toe heels out to the side, and then just let the knee fold inward, right? Knee in alignment with your bony hip or the shoulder. Stay there and breathe. Option would be to cross your right ankle on top of the left thigh. Let gravity do the work here. Hold and breathe. Stay here. Soften through the left hip. Feel this hip draw away from the shoulder. So there's this downward sensation here on the left side. Again, if crossing the ankle is too intense, you're going to uncross this top foot. And breathe. It's not about how far the knee gets to the floor. That's not it at all. We're just creating some space in the hip joint here in different ways. We did external rotation. This is internal rotation. Okay, to release the top crossed foot. Then inhale the knee to the ceiling, the left knee to the ceiling, toe heel back in. Beautiful. This is where you're going to want your strap. Oh, did I say we're going to need a strap? So pause this, go grab a strap if you don't have one. I'm just so used to having it, I forget. So you're going to have your strap now. I'm going to turn this direction. So I think it's a better filming angle. With your knees bent, feet on the floor, take the strap to the bottom of the left foot. Notice how the toes are drawing back to your face, to my face. Go ahead and do that. And then with your arms straight, you're with a firm yet gentle grip, you're going to begin to straighten your left leg. Keep the toes drawn to your face. Okay, we want the left leg all the way straight. It doesn't mean your foot's going to be pointing up towards the ceiling. You might have to release the strap so that your foot is more at an angle. Okay, so again, from the side, it looks like your toes are drawn back to your face, okay? And you're pushing your foot into the strap until your leg is all the way straight. Now, some people, your leg may be very close to the floor. For other people, it's going to be at an angle. And some of you, the foot is towards the ceiling, okay? We want this leg straight, this knee, this quadricep strong, toes towards the face. Now breathe. Breathe into the left leg. Back of the left leg is usually where most of us feel this, but you might feel it in your foot, the calf. You might feel it in your lower back or even your shoulder or neck. Just breathe. And now bring the strap into your right hand, left hand out to your side for balance. And what you're going to do, I'm just moving for angle, you stay where you are. You're going to guide your left foot over to your right ever so slightly, like 4 or 6 inches. Notice I went from center over to the right, just a few inches. Stay and breathe. Now you're probably feeling it somewhere on the outer left side, okay? If you're not, anchor your left hip back towards the floor. You might even take your hand and try to grip into the hip socket and press it down. Hold and breathe here. Soften through the face and shoulders. Breathe into your hip. In through the nose and out through the nose if you can. See if you can make your out breath longer than your in breath. Now you're going to inhale the leg back to center. Bring the strap into the left hand, right hand out to your side for balance. And you're going to slowly open out to the left as far as your body will let you. Some of you will be here. Some might be here. Some might be towards the floor. We want this quadricep strong still. Your toes drawing back to your face. Okay. So you can hold and breathe wherever your body will let you open up to. Soft face, soft jaw, breathing. Draw the toes towards your face. Nice strong upper leg, pressing your hamstring, the back of your leg away from you. And then some of you will need to take a micro bend or bend in your left leg to inhale the leg back to center. And now just release the strap, arms to your side, and just take a moment and rest and breathe. You might draw your feet out to the edge of your mat and draw your knees together. Some of you, I can't do it because my bookshelf is there, but you might come into a lying pose with your legs straight in Shavasana or corpse pose. And then we're going to do the other side. So bend the knees, feet on the floor, bring the strap to the bottom of your right foot. Again, so I'll turn just so that you can see, and then I'll turn back again. So your arms are straight, your elbows are straight. There's a grip, but as soon as I draw my toes to my face and begin pressing the heel away, the straps can move through the hands. Okay, find that place where you can contract this quadricep, this upper thigh muscle right here. Toes towards the face, that's important. Okay, toes towards the face might mean you have to release the strap a little more. We're going to hold here and breathe for another 3 breaths. Stay where you are. I'm just reorienting for filming purpose. Okay, toes to the face, nice strong quadricep. Soften the jaw. Breathe nice, kind thoughts into your hip and your back of your leg, wherever you feel it. Thank you, body, for working so hard. Okay, bring the straps into your left hand, right hand out for balance. And again, we're only moving the right foot over to the left a few inches, 3 to 6 inches. Okay, I'll do that motion again. Draw the foot over, no further than your left shoulder. And now you're going to anchor your right hip back down. Keep the quadricep engaged. Keep your toes drawing back to your face. Again, you might need to let go of the strap a little through your hands so that you can breathe. There's steadiness and ease. There is an element of ease through this. So if it's so intense you can't breathe, bring your foot more vertical. Okay, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Deepest breath you've taken, maybe exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Bring your leg back to center. Right hand is going to grab the strap, left hand out to your side. And again, slowly, toes still pointing towards your face. Quadriceps strong. You begin to open up to your right. Your body will let you know how far to go. If your leg is resting on the floor, keep the foot active. Toes to the face, toes to the nose. Breathe into your body. Breathe nice, wholesome, loving thoughts into your body. Nourishing thoughts. Take the deepest breath you've taken. Exhale. Maybe take a gentle or a deep bend in your right knee. Bring it back to center. And we're going to exhale, release. Oh, goodness. We're essentially done. So from your back, right where you are, you can just stay there. You can rest the knees in towards each other. You might lie in Shavasana, straightening the legs for a moment or 2. Okay. Some of you might feel like drawing your knees towards the armpits. But just taking a moment now to rest. So whether your knees are drawn together or you're resting with your legs straight, just take 3 to 5 breaths here in this resting. place. Just close the eyes, soften the jaw, soften the hands, soften the toes. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale through the nose. Long, long breath. If you can't breathe out through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. But we're focusing on long out breaths here. One more breath. Again, send loving thoughts to your body, to your back, to your neck. When you're ready to come off the floor, you're going to bend one knee at a time, then roll to one side, supporting your head with your hands. And then you're going to take your top hand to press into the floor and push yourself up. You might sit and just notice how you feel. When you're ready to come up, you're going to come onto hands and knees. You might use a wall or a chair to come up slowly, slowly. As you come up to standing, I want you to stand and notice how you feel. Again, nice thoughts into your body, into your feet, your knees, your hips, your back. Thank you for spending some time with me. Let me know how this goes. I do adapt this for different people, different situations. So if you want to contact me personally, you can email me, DM me. I hope you have a wonderful day. From my heart to yours, aloha.